Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority App Guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 160, so let's roll that intro and get right into those headlines. In a little over a week, Google Allo has been downloaded over 5 million times. The controversial texting application has been on everyone's tongue, and despite some warnings from the privacy community, people are still eager to try it out on their own. Of course, we don't know the active user count right now, but we're betting it's not over 5 million just yet. Last weekend, it peaked as the #1 most downloaded app in the Google Play Store. WhatsApp found itself in some hot water this week after a judge in India told the company to delete all the user data from people who opted out of the app's privacy policy before September 25th. The company has refused so far, stating that this ruling does nothing to hinder their plans moving forward. This comes in the wake of WhatsApp announcing that it would start sharing user data, including phone numbers, with Facebook, which has understandably pissed a lot of people off. The developers of Here We Go are starting a new platform to help add live traffic data to the app. What they're trying to do is make it so that Here records things like car location and speed, along with other sensor data to show traffic patterns. Think like Waze, but without the users having to input anything by themselves. Cars with this feature can also transmit data like when the wiper blades are on, indicating rainy conditions. It's actually kind of cool. Ubisoft purchased the moderately successful developer studio Ketchup this last week. Ketchup is known for its hit game 2048, which was essentially a ripoff of the game 3's. The developers have been highly successful, even if they're not known as the most original developers out there. Pretty much everyone with a brain has probably guessed that Ubisoft and Ketchup will be working to make even more mobile games in the near future. Google announced the winners of their first annual Indie Gaming Festival this last week. Among the winners were Orbit, a game about gravity, Numbo Jumbo, which was a puzzler, and BitBlocks, which was another puzzler. There were also a handful of games that were selected as runner-ups. They should all either be in the Play Store or released here in the near future, and we even talked about Orbit in our Best New Android Games segment, which aired last week. LEGO Harry Potter are two new Android games that tell the complete Harry Potter story. The first game focuses on the first 4 years of Harry Potter's story, while the second game focuses on years 5 through 7. They both play more or less the same way, and they can both be classified as platform puzzle games. The first title seems to have a few more issues than the second title, so if you buy these, make sure to test them out inside of the refund time. They're both $4.99 with no in-app purchases. Firefox Aurora is essentially the developer channel for Firefox browser. This application allows you to check out the newest upcoming features and the latest experimental builds. It works as a browser, and you'll be able to do most of the stuff that you can usually do on a browser. However, it is experimental, which means there will be crashes and hiccups here and there. It's been around for a while, but it's now officially available on the Google Play Store in case anybody wants to check it out. Anybody who does should keep in mind that these are not stable builds. Ludo Dungeon is the latest free-to-play puzzler out of Yodo One Games, makers of the famed Crossy Road. This is a simple and adorable little dungeon crawler where you'll go from room to room to kill bad guys, find loot, and avoid obstacles. It uses the same graphics engine as prior Yodo One games, so there's nothing new there. However, you will find 8 bosses to defeat, 50 heroes to collect, and an infinite number of rooms to run through. It's a freemium game, but so are all of the other ones by this developer. News Pro is the latest application out of Microsoft's Garage project. This application allows you to create a giant, personalized news feed based on your interests. The way it works is that you log in using one of your social media accounts. The application then gives you a starting point, and you can customize further from there. You'll be able to add and remove topics as you see fit until you get the news that you want. It's suffering from some early release bugs, and it's not overly intuitive, but it's worth a shot if you want to try something different. Banner Saga 2 is the latest in the Banner Saga franchise. It's a strategy RPG with beautifully done hand-drawn graphics and a storyline that revolves around Vikings. Like its predecessor, this game will definitely rank among the best strategy RPGs out there. Your in-game decisions will affect the storyline, and character deaths are actually generally permanent. It's one of the better produced mobile game franchises out there, and it should be well worth the $4.99 price tag. Finally, we released a huge update to the Android Authority app this week that has taken care of a few large issues that our readers have been experiencing. The dreaded settings reset bug is now gone, and the app is faster, lighter, and more responsive than ever before. We would love it if you gave it a shot, checked it out for yourself, and let us know how we can make it even better. It's a free download, and it remains the fastest way to get the latest Android news. For even more Android apps and games news, updates, and releases, don't forget to check out this week's newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. You can find a whole bunch of information there that we didn't have the time for here. If you'd like to get the newsletter delivered straight to your digital door, you can fill out the form, which is available in the written companion, which is also linked in the video description below, and we'll send it to you every single Sunday. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to keep watching, we have the best new Android apps and best new Android games videos linked up there on the screen and in the video description below if you want to check those out. Don't forget to check out this week's newsletter and keep it tuned to Android Authority because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.